cracks me up. He only uses that mower to mow inside of his grape fence. He's very specific to what he uses his equipment for. First, we got to get our work done before we play. I got to hop on the big John Deere and mow around the pond. It's getting really overgrown. Then we'll go take a look at this field. Not super impressive, but there's a lot of beautiful sunflowers out there. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Got our work out of the way. Let's go check these fields out. They're looking good. I'm not happy. They could be a lot better. We got sunflowers blooming. We got tasseled corn and ears. Let's go take a look at it. Here it is, folks, the moment you've all been waiting for. We got sunflower blooms. We got more coming on. A lot of these plants, the deer have actually eaten the tops out, so they will not produce, even though you get a lot of green foliage. But we've got a lot of sunflowers down here. They're good size heads, 5, 6, some of them 7 inches. There's even a couple bigger ones down the way here. But they are beautiful, and not just pretty sunflowers. We've got clean ground. We've got really nice weed control, bare dirt, all beneath these sunflowers. That's what's gonna allow these doves to get to that seed once it starts dropping. Doing my best not to touch this fence. If I yell, you'll know what happened. But that is a hand-sized head right there. Beautiful sunflower. These are the Clearfield hybrids if you're just tuning in for the first time. A Clearfield hybrid sunflower. 20 more heads coming on. This is the first week of July, July 7th. And it should bloom for a couple more weeks out here. Beautiful sunflowers. Another really nice head, a solid probably 8-inch head. Now, the whole field would look like this if it were not for the deer. So we've got a plan for that next year. We're gonna tighten up this fence, add a few more rows, add a more highly visible row. But we are gonna have to get these deer under control because these would all be sunflowers if not for the deer. It is what it is at this point. The tops are eating out of all these. They're not even gonna produce either. But you can see in the background, we got right many sunflowers out here. Just not quite like it was last year. Down here at this lowest end, there are some really nice heads down here. I think all that nitrogen and runoff makes its way down here into this lowest corner. Got a little bit of a grass here and there, but overall, very pleased with the weed and grass control this year. Pit stop by Dad's grapes here. He's very proud of them. There are a lot of grapes on here. I mean, just absolutely loaded with grapes, hundreds of them. The Japanese beetles are doing their best to try and kill these things. And you know what else likes grapes? That's doves. Doves absolutely love grapes. So it would not shock me if we start running doves out of here. And we have corn, a lot of it. I'm actually very surprised how much this field flushed out with the sparse planting. We've got corn. See, we're tasseling out here, going through that pollination phase. And you come down here, got a really nice ear, really nice ear, really nice ear. So that one stalk has got 3 cobs on it. And this dwarf corn puts that cob really low to the ground. That's the whole point of the dwarf corn. You get less vertical structure, your cobs are closer to the ground where the animals and wildlife can actually access it. 1, 2, and a third on the other side, 3 cobs. So a lot of this corn is looking like it's gonna have 3 cobs on it. Fantastic grass control. You can see the post-emergent grass spraying worked really well. The broadleafs are still slowly dying, but by and far we have clean corn. Fantastic weed control for our first year of planting the Roundup Ready field corn. This stuff really did flush out nice. When it's so small, it looks like you got nothing, but when you walk through here, you realize how much corn there actually is. And with every stalk having 2 and 3 cobs on it, I don't know what the bushel of this is gonna produce, but we're gonna have some corn on the ground. This lower end, much like the sunflowers, I think gets more nutrient runoff. A lot of cobs coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually has 4 cobs coming on. So that's pretty cool to see. But really good grass control, really good weed control, clean corn. Now we just got to produce some cobs here and keep the silkworms out, hopefully. I do not plan to spray any more out here. We're not going to do any pest control. I know silkworms can get in these things really bad. It's going to be what it is on that. I'm just not going to spray any insecticides out here. That's not something I'm familiar with and really don't want to fool with it, to be honest with you. So fingers crossed the bugs don't eat us out. Really good looking corn. Very happy. Let's go take a look at the millet field. The mowing never ends. 40 acres, there's always something to mow. And this is no surprise at all. We've got a bunch of millet. I mean, absolutely loaded. Our seeding rate probably was too high, but we got a bunch of it. And if you recall, this swath right here has got an entire bag of fertilizer that was meant for a quarter of this field. And you can see the notable difference. Let's go look at it. Perfect line of where that spreader spread a ton of fertilizer. That millet is almost twice as tall as a lot of this other. So you can definitely tell it got more fertilizer. I forgot exactly which of these millets they are. Have to go back and brief myself. So here's the plan. I came up with this last second. We're doing Battle of the Millets. We've got 5 pounds of Japanese millet. We're going to spread down 1 strip. 5 pounds of pearl millet. We're going to go down another strip. The rest of it we'll do in brown top millet. So we're going to do side by side of 3 different millets to see which one turns out the best. So we got the 3 different types of millet out here doing Battle of the Millets, but all of them are off to a fantastic start. Everything is about 12 inches tall, probably 15, even pushing 18 into the heavily fertilized area. But we're going to have a nice 1.25 acres, a little about 1.25 acres, it's not quite 1.5 acres field of millet. That's wrapping it up. I tried to keep it short for you. We've got blooming sunflowers. They're gorgeous. We've got the corn tasseled out and producing ears and cobs. And the millet field, as expected, is absolutely packed and lush. Thank you guys for following along. If you haven't watched all the previous videos as to how we got here and you're new to the channel, please go back and watch them. They're fun. If you haven't subscribed, it costs you nothing. I'd like to think it's worth the price of admission. Hit the button. We're actually going to be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway here soon. More details to come on that. Thank you guys for watching. God bless and take care.